Hey, thanks for stopping in again. I'm gonna just do this one real quick. This one that got dropped to me on Instagram, so I'm just gonna drop another quick fact so that you can maybe get two in 1 week. The quicker you guys drop to me, maybe they take a couple minutes and I can knock them out in a couple minutes and cool, and I can answer some questions along the way, help some people out. That's the name of the game. All right. So one of the questions that I got was, if you train early in the morning, should you eat before you train? If you do, what should you eat? And does it really matter? It really depends on the person. It really depends on how early you train. When we come down to training early and food, it gets a little bit tricky. I know some people like to eat something before they work out, but when you're training at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., that could be kind of difficult to get something in. And some people don't like training on a full stomach. I know I don't. I like to train a lot better when I'm fasted, when I haven't had a meal for a while. I mean, me in particular, I'm an early riser, so maybe I could speak on my behalf, because I think it's definitely down to preference of performance. And then whenever you try something, you should track your performance along the way. So if I'm implementing a new strategy, try it out. If it works, then keep it. If it doesn't, throw it away. All right. So for me in particular, and I've noticed that this works best for me, I wake up early, sometimes 3:30 a.m. and I'm at the gym, at 5 if I can get it right. God bless the 5 a.m. crew, because no one ever shows up on time, so it's great. So I don't eat before. I can't. I have a hard time eating that early. I have a hard time making myself breakfast. I'm not a morning person. Anyone knows me knows that that's not the case. So I don't eat before. I like to try to get some type of liquid in me. I may have a coffee and I mix it with a protein shake, and that's a little bit more palatable for me, and it's easier for me to get down. It fills me up. It gives me a little bit, makes me feel a little satiated. Is that the word? Satisfied. It helps me with that, but I don't know, something about, I just don't want to chew that early in the morning. So for me, I will take a cup of black coffee, and I will mix it with a scoop of protein powder, and then sometimes I'll throw in some else in it. I don't know, whatever's laying around. I've already told you guys before, I'm not a big supplement guy, and if you want, I could give you my supplement listing in a different video, but it won't be that long. So I mix that, I blend it together, and depending on the weather, we've been having cold weather lately, I'll drink it hot. If it's a little bit warmer, a little bit more humid, we live in Florida, I like to put it on ice, and then I drink that. I typically don't train till maybe like 9:30, 10:30 time frame if it's a good day, and I still won't eat until then. And I like to eat around 1, 2 o'clock. I usually eat about 2 meals, and that works best for me. That's just me. That's what works for me. I don't feel you have to do anything. I don't feel that any rules apply to anything. I think that if you're eating a good meal the night before, you should have energy to suffice you the next day. And I honestly think as human beings, we eat too damn much. I think we're stuck on this idea that I have to eat so many meals in a day to fuel me and reach the protein window and all that stuff along the way. And I think that our digestive systems are just overworked. I think we're just packing food on top of food and on top of food, and our body's having a really hard time digesting it and absorbing it. And I think you can stand to fast. I mean, that's the cool buzzword that we say now. Hey, I'm fasting. It used to be called skipping breakfast. But I mean, I guess that's what's unfortunate about me. I don't really give definitive answers. I don't give like, this is yes and this is no. I feel that everything is variable depending on the person, and everything can be used and everything can't be used, and it's depending on the situation. So my advice for someone that is thinking, if they train early in the morning out of necessity, they train early in the morning and they're thinking that they want to try eating, try to get you something a little bit small. Maybe try something liquid, maybe like a protein-based shake or something like that, or a piece of fruit or some oatmeal. I would not go into anything like a heavy, hearty, like farm boy type of breakfast. I would avoid that. I would try to keep it light, and then I would just kind of see how I feel during my workout. If I'm jumping around a lot with something heavy in my stomach, I'm not going to be feeling great. Just see how it feels. and then do it for a little bit and see if you're getting performance gains, if you are getting the aesthetic changes in your body that you want, then good. If not, then try to take it out and experiment with maybe doing it in more of a fasted state. Then try that out, see what that works for you. Also look at, do you really need to train that early in the morning? I think a lot of people choose to train that early in that morning, and maybe they do have spare time in the afternoon, and they would probably do themselves better by getting an extra hours sleep over anything. So that's just my opinion when it comes to that. I don't know if that really answers anything. If it does, cool. If not, leave me another comment, ask me another question. I'll go for it. This is a real quick fire one. I mean, I think I'm gonna get this one done in less than 7 minutes. So that sounds good to me. So, like I said, hey, whatever works for you. All right. Have a good day.